Okay. You are welcome back. If you are new to the channel today, this is Flavia-ONE. And on this channel, we talk about stock exchange. We talk about how we can put our little monies into investing either on the stock exchange, or we are trading options, or we are trading stocks, or we are trading forex, or we putting our monies into investing in platforms that we can generate money, where we can invest into our future and putting these monies into a vehicle where we could be earning passive income towards our retiring early and retiring rich. Remember, we don't want to retire rich and old. Here, we talk about retiring rich, but retiring young. And so if you are interested into looking at how you can generate money to put them into a vehicle where you could be earning these passive incomes and putting them further into another high yield basket to be generating monies towards your retiring rich and retiring young, then this is your channel. We also look at how to identify winning trades that we can take on the stock market, or ways by which we can invest into the stock market, trading in the stock market using just small amounts of money, as it may be in the case of some people. Right, so you would like to subscribe to the channel, and then for those who are well builders who have returned to view subsequent videos, you know I appreciate you a lot. Please, if you are not here, I cannot be here. Continue to like and continue to comment. And for the newcomers, I welcome you and I say, subscribe to this channel so that you can stay ahead of your financial game. I'll be right back. Today in this video, I want to look at what we need to get to be able to put ourselves into a position where we can retire rich and retire young. And one of the important things we need to look at is to think about how we can educate ourselves financially. And so in this video, I take you through financial education that is very, very important for us to be able to put ourselves in a situation to be able to manage our money successfully. Right. I can testify to the fact that sometimes we have monies that pass through our hands, and I think maybe you can also relate that you have monies that pass through your hand every day of your life. And if you were to take stock from the month of January 2024 up to now, where we are in the month of November, then you would realize that there have been a lot of money that have passed through your hand that virtually you have not saved a penny, but it has gone into one or two things, and before you know it, the money is finished. Right. So financial education is something that we need to know. We need at the back of our minds if we must be rich, if we must retire early, if we must retire rich. Right. So I want you to understand one thing, that it is not the difference between the poor and the rich is just not something that is so much of a huge difference. It is just about what the rich knows to do that the middle class or the poor doesn't know and does not do. Right. So I want us to look at financial education. What does it mean when we talk about financial education? And financial education is where we gather the knowledge as to how to manage our money, as to how to invest our money, the habits of saving, how we can put them into areas that can generate us more money, and how we can further multiply such monies to making sure that we can make investment once, but we'll end up with several streams of income. We look at the importance of financial education, and I can say that is of paramount importance, because if we have to be financially successful, we must be financially educated, right? And you see, there are people that think that all you need is to get money. But if you lack financial education and you are looking for $1 million, you could get the $1 million, but you may not be able to maintain, to manage that $1 million to bring you other millions just because you don't have that kind of financial education. So when we gain our financial understanding, we may want to apply certain rules, and then we may want to respect our money as and when it comes. And you may like to, maybe you may be somebody who want to apply the 50-30-20 rule, where 50 goes to your needs and 30 is spent on your wants, but the 20 is spent on saving. All right. So, somebody said, the mother said that, look, if you spend all your money at the bank, there will be other needs that will come up that you will need to spend more money. But if you leave your money in an investment or you leave it at the bank, that money, there won't be any problem that will come that you have to spend any money. So that money that is there, what is it going to do? It's going to generate more money. So we must understand what financial education is all about. We need to understand how money behaves. We need to understand what money likes. We need to know the behavior of, financial success, and then how we can inculcate that into our mind and seek that understanding where we can be able to treat money well so that money can treat us well. I know that people talk about putting monies into an emergency fund. So a lot of us might have come across this idea of setting up an emergency fund where you think that, when I get there, I will solve it. Yes, you can get there, the emergency can arise and then you can solve it. But what it does is that it eats into the finance and you are not able to invest, because these things come up at a time that you don't expect. So when they come up like that, then it means that you have to dig out monies where maybe some of these monies were put in a place where you can put it into an investment vehicle. But because there is been this emergency where you haven't planned for it, then you have to use up this money. Now, what does that do? That also depletes your ability to invest. And some of us also know about how to manage debt, credit card debt, and then, try to stay free from debt and all that. But my focus is that these things we already know. But my focus is that we must get that financial education that tells us how to treat money. Because money needs to be treated well. If we keep on consuming money and we put them in a place that they don't like, now you can't put a flower on cement, just dry cement to grow. It is not possible unless a miracle. You get it? So we need to put monies into a place where they can find the right ingredients, the right room to grow so that we can be happy. Right. So I want you to understand the fact that it is not just about coming out of debt and then trying to budget and all that. But after you have done that, you can still stay, debt free, and then managing budget, managing the income that comes. That will not make you financially successful. So one of the concepts of financial education that we need is that we need to have, set financial goals for our money. It doesn't matter how much we make today. It really does not matter. But what matters is that what is the goal of the income that we are making right now? And sometimes, most of the time, we really do not have a goal as regarding the monies that we make every month or every day or every week. So here, as we discuss financial education, we need to have financial goals. We need to understand that for us to be able to be successful financially, we need to be able to have goals. Let's allocate our monies into where we want them to be. And one of the things that we must let some of our money go is the place where that money can multiply itself. And as we talk about putting the money into where it can multiply itself, like I said in some previous videos, you may be thinking this money is too small to be invested. Right. When you start small steps will bring big results. Right. So the only thing we need to do is to set up a goal that this percentage of my income is going into this investment vehicle. Don't think about the initial small returns that it will bring. Very soon, compound interest will catch up with that money, and you'll be surprised how much you'll be making in terms of passive income. Another concept and aspect of financial education that I want to talk about is the fact that whilst we use and explore, we put our income into a very good usage, then we need to also understand that since money brings money, we must generate other sources of income where such incomes can further propel our way to generating subsequent streams of income. This is where I talk about the online space and the stock market, e-commerce, whatever platform, creating courses, and all the channels that you can use to generate more money. Right. So if we are looking at other forms and other streams of income that we can generate further to add to our investments, then the online space is a platform where we can explore and then look at ways that we can put our talents and our gifts into monetizations where we could get other incomes to add to this, our investment, to retiring rich and retiring young. Another concept and aspect I want to let us understand also is that, look, sometimes we can get the education. Sometimes we can read about how to invest, how to generate money, how to manage our money, and how to multiply our money. But there is one thing that usually lacks, and that I think a lot of people can resonate with, and that is the inability to take an action of what we have gathered, what we know, and what we have, learned about. If we learn about financial education, we acquire the knowledge, and we don't implement the knowledge, we will not be able to see the results of that knowledge. We will not be able to benefit from that knowledge. So it's not just about reading about finance or reading about financial education or watching this video to know you must do this, you must invest, you must generate other sources of income. It's all about acting on what you know. So I would like to encourage us that just as we have the desire to be financially free and then to be financially successful and to gather financial education, when we are learning, let's look at relevant material that can help us. I can tell you of one book that I read and it changed my life, and that is Rich Dad and Poor Dad. There have been other books that I have read that further inform me as to what I can do so that I'll be able to gather some financial literacy. But the point is, we need to be able to learn some of these things and, more importantly, put them into practice. When I started reading Rich Dad and Poor Dad, in the 3rd chapter, I just went into setting up a business, and since I've been in business. Right. So we must implement what we learn. We must implement what we know. We must implement what we have gathered and go back to searching more knowledge as to how we can improve on what we already know. And one of the importance of financial education and the concepts of financial education that I want to share with you in this video is that finance attracts finance. Right. Success attracts success. Right. Money attracts money. Let me say something here that when you have money and you put it into a vehicle, that money wants a place where it can multiply itself. Now, when you have money and then you put it into a place where it is consumed and where it is spent, that kind of spending will also go and generate other needs that you may have to spend more money into. So money attracts money, and then spending attracts more spending. Right. So, the concept of financial education is so important that if we look at money that has a mind or behavior, then we need to understand, how does money behave? What are the things that money likes? What are the behavior of finance? And finance, like I said, wants a vehicle where it can be there and operate and then attract other financial successes. That's the last point I want to talk about and really want to emphasize, is that success attracts success. Money attracts money. When you put $1 million into a T-bill and let's say it returns 26%, that means that you have just made $26,000. Is it $26,260,000, right? On that money. What has it just done? Success. And the success is the fact that you have put in $1 million into a T-bill. That is one success. And that success has attracted another success, has attracted its kind, that is money. Right. And it has attracted $260,000 just because you have put the money there. Now, let's look at it. If you clear that account of $1 million and in a year's time, you go back into the account, that zero in the dollar will return zero. So money attracts money. Let's get that at the back of our minds and know that if we keep consuming everything and we keep thinking that we don't have enough to invest, that is how it's going to go. And nothing is going to get changed, okay? But the moment we put a small investment into a vehicle, it keeps multiplying and it keeps bringing its kind. And so today, I want you to subscribe to the channel if you are new, as I said, and then we are going to begin to learn some of these things. We will learn other things, businesses, how to invest. You can enjoy learning how to make money through my trading group. I trade actively on the stock market every day, right? I trade every week, and then I also teach on how to trade on MT5 and trade with SNES, just using $100 to trade. So if you don't have a lot of money that you want to trade, you would like to join my trading group, where you want to start with $100 or you want to start with $500, where you can trade on MT5. You could equally trade stocks, whatever you want to trade, stocks, forex, and then you are trading with just a little capital. But for those who are huge and you want to trade with my broker, that is Interactive Brokers, the link is also in the description, right? So you can click and join my trading group. You can also use the links to create your accounts where we can trade together and then gather some streams of income and invest in them towards our retiring rich and retiring young. I'll see you in the next video.
Start with nothing, start today. Learn to hustle, find a way. Brick by brick you build it right. From the morning through the night.